This is how to use this system. Potential. That means there's something real going on out there in the world. And the real thing that's going on out there in the world is that there is value. There's value in resources. There's value in friendship. There's value in food. And there's exchange. So people need to exploit that those resources, and I mean that in the best way, just to learn to use them harmoniously, and they need to exchange them with each other in order to survive and in order to thrive. So that's the reality. The second level of binding, that's when the powers that be want to spin it. So the way they spin it is there's not enough to go around, but we're going to rescue you from that. We're going to be in charge of the money. We're going to be in charge of the means of production. We're going to be in charge of the media. We're going to be in charge of the education. We're going to be in charge of all this stuff, and daddy's going to take care of you, or the nanny state mommy's going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. It's in good hands. So then if you follow the money, which is what leads usually from level 2 to 3, to identify what's going on, what you find that's going on is really simple. Money has been corrupted. And I hope that I successfully laid out the history of the corruption of money and currency. And then once you get that, then you follow it in every sector, and lo and behold, you get to how all this combines at level 4. You get to the lowest of the low, and that's the global domination agenda. So once you get the global domination agenda, and this is why your friends who think you're a conspiracy nut, this is why their soul, their psyche senses that if they listen to you for too long, it's going to take them down this rabbit hole, and it's going to get uglier and uglier until you get to where there are people who are bribing each other and intimidating each other and killing each other and torturing children and using that as to bribe politicians and blackmail. It gets really, really, it's as ugly as human beings can imagine. And unless you get there, you're not going to be able to find a way out. You don't have to dwell there. You just need to recognize the reality of that we are being attacked globally by people who not only could imagine doing that, they're doing that on a daily basis. And if we don't stop them, then we're going to be their victims as well. So once you get the turn, then you start in, and this is I described already earlier in the show. Once you get that, it's like, oh, okay, what can I do? What's my purpose, sector, issue, and level of engagement? Once you know that, you're a powerful person in the world. Then you start a group, or you do an entrepreneurial business, start an activist group or whatever, or you simply look on the Solutions Hub and find one that already exists and join that one. Or join your group with others that are working on the same issue and multiply your numbers, share best resources and best practices so that you don't have to all be recreating the same activities. And so that's the going from individual growth to the mobility of being able to get it around the world, get it to other people. This is the collaborative level. And once you do that, then we are, as humanity, we are literally creating the alternatives, protecting them, and then moving into a thriving, free world as a society. So, but I'm hoping that you're all getting the feeling now for why I call this 7 levels deep, and why virtually every month I do a deep dive into a different topic, but it's the same dynamics every time. And it's the same principles that get us out of the corruption, out of the lack of alignment with the unified field. We learn to realign by understanding the principles and then adopting the strategies and the tactics that align us with that.